Hey everyone! My name is Cinnamoni and today I welcome you to my... Oh, you can't hear the music. No, you could hear the music. To my stream! Yes, and today we're gonna start with something new. And hi Spamdom and hi Hero Flame! How are you doing? By the way, I know now why I was so tired on Saturday and why I'm tired today. It's because it's summertime now and I'm so dead, but it's fine. My cat wants to come inside because obviously my cat wants to. Oh, I'll shoot my stream sounds. Katze? I think I just pretended that I heard her. Like, we're always coming in and out, and so I'm like, how are you? I'm tired, but otherwise I'm quite happy. I'm fine. Does summer affect you? I mean, summer per se, not. I'm more of a summer person than a winter person. But it's a whole different thing with summertime and, you know, like time change. So we had winter time and now it's summertime, so it's like 1 hour less sleep, and that's horrible. Anyways, how's the audio going? With this game, I don't know a lot about it. I only peeked into it once because my favorite YouTuber played it. And I just had like a small sneak peek and I was like, damn, this looks really good. And I already had it on my wish list, so I was like, I need to play it so that I can watch his stream. Your audio seems fine? Okay, good. So yeah, this is a visual novel, and as far as I know, this is like really story-packed. So we have drama but like it's supposedly like really, really good. Like if you look it up like on YouTube, you find like people who are like really into it, but like I feel like it's very much a niche, so not as many people know about it. And yeah, of course, that's the reason. Oh, dude, like seriously, you don't know how often it's nowadays that I'm like, shoot, like someone is playing a game, but I really like their streams, but I'm just kind of like, I kind of wanted to stream it myself and I want to keep it blind. So I'm forced to play it myself so that I can watch them play it. This is so dumb, but it does happen. No, but yeah, with this one, this is like hella long, so we will probably take every now and then some breaks of playing it. Because obviously I never watch or look up how long a game is, because why would I? Also I had a lot of fun with that. If I like hear, like you can see. I love the sound. Also the game like had a couple of trigger warnings. I'm dyslexic and they just kind of blended in and then fade out, but it was what I could see, like kind of violent graphics, violence in general. It goes over like discrimination topics, yada yada. So, but we know, you know, like if you can handle that, it's not your stream, it's fine. So now I'm a little bit confused with enter dimension and inspect your memories, but I guess we don't have any memories yet, so we're gonna enter dimension. We're just gonna start, and obviously my cats are starting to make drama already. Ooh. Also they said that they made most of the songs and theme songs and so on themselves, so yeah. Produced by Novik Tasel? I don't know, man. Meow. Well then, this should be something. Yeah, I'm really excited. Like, the little sneak peek I had, it was really great. There is a house. That sits beyond dark, dense woods. Oh god. Like the world fading into, oh my god, that seems a little bit loud, into view after a dream. That old mansion appeared before you. Without realizing it. You instinctively accept as truth the events unfolding before you. The house lives in perpetuity, something, in of fate and generations. No one knows who first said. That the mansion was cursed. To be honest, did not expect this song. I thought it would be like more creepy background noise. Oh, we got a song. I don't know what language this is. The house and Fata Morgana. Ooh, I'm excited! Also, my audio is so loud on my side. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name, whatever. Have mercy on me, O Father. And cast their souls into eternal damnation. I was looking down upon a corpse. Is it not play? Oh, what's that? Convict, backlog, save, load, skip, auto window. Okay, my own corpse. Oh my god, the music is still going. I was afflicted with great despair, as the sights of it being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me, and so I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you. But I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until this mutilated body arrives there once more. Okay, now I feel like the game actually starts. Your consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, was slowly drawn back to the surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually returning to your fingers. Master. Obviously, it's a master thing. You could hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master? And the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master. Creak, creak, creak. Wake up. Ooh. When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of a fireplace, there was no other illumination. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter-patter of a rain of a glass. I love the word pitter-patter. It's so cute. It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Oh, splendid. You have finally awoken. Someone called out to you. You were about to search the room, but that turned out to be unnecessary. The source of the voice was crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. Okay, so she's the servant, I guess. Good morning, master. Good morning. What is that? I don't understand. Good. We can choose. This is a pick and choose game. I didn't know. I thought this was just a visual novel, like they're giving me text to read. We're gonna be nice. We don't know what the fuck is going on, but we still can say good morning. Good morning. What is the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come now, you must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice. I have simply been waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whenever that time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time had finally arrived. You were perplexed. This woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? I hate herbal tea. Ugh, ew. Ugh. I have some wonderful chamomile leaves? What is that? If you would like. Or perhaps your taste has changed since last we met. But it is kind of creepy that you're like, yeah, I know you. You don't remember me. I don't fucking care about that. I would maybe talk a little bit different in that situation, but yeah. Tell me, master, what would you like? I beg your pardon. I allow myself to get too excited. But I hope you will be sympathetic, master. I am just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had awoken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Oh, she's lack of energy. Okay, good to know. Or perhaps life was a more appropriate word than energy. My cat is in front of my monitor, but the gloom extended beyond. The maid, it seemed to encompass the entire mansion. The plaster walls illuminated. Bleh. I will learn a lot of new words, or at least, like, I know a lot of the words, but I never actually pronounce them, so I will learn how to pronounce a lot of words in the stream, I feel like. Your Boston, oh, Katze. My cat. Always in misery. I am always in misery. I get no petties. I only get the door closed and I scream. Yeah. So, so she seems lifeless in some sort, but she always took care of the mansion and she knows us. And she calls us master. So much we know. The plastered walls illuminated by the fireplace and the rose engravings in the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. Yeah. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered that familiarity. It seemed as though the house wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. Huh. Okay. I love the color combination of her like green eyes, black hair, and her like purple, like royal purple outfit. It's such a nice color combination. Oh my, you don't know who I am. Oh, so she doesn't know that we don't know. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament, perhaps? If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? Ah! Oh! Return to game. Also, maybe I'm gonna save, because this is a little bit dangerous here. The menu, maybe you don't see it, like, but here is a menu. And I constantly accidentally hit it. So we're just gonna save for now. Save you and the maid and slot 1. Yes. Back. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? The woman's face was pale, almost as though Is she a living corpse? Oh no. A faint chill ran down your spine. You are the master of this house. Though it would seem you have no memories of such. Quite the dilemma. If you know not who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me now. She looks a little bit evil-ish. I don't know how to say it. Maybe it's just her smirk. It's possible that's her smirk. Indeed, you have returned. But from where? That I cannot say. Then, how about this? I am a servant of this mansion, and as such I am familiar with the many incidents that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this mansion, master. That will surely allow you to recall who you are. Do I want to know who I am is the question. The freshly awakened gears in your head began to turn as you mulled things over. The maid had called you the master of this house. But without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you looked like. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off, then. And fear not, I merely entreat you not to let go of my hand. Huh. Okay. Should you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. That is a really nice way of saying stuff. Ooh, I like that. Also, I just want to point out, like the watercolor painting, like in the back, is really, really nice. I respect anyone who can do like watercolor stuff, even if it's digitally done, which is very much possible as well. Like, I don't know how to do that. This is like the biggest mystery for me. Anyone who can either like do watercolors or imitate watercolors. Huge respect. Okay, then we try not get too washed away. No matter what happened, you mustn't let go of my hand. Then we won't let go, we will cling to it. Your hand in hers, you followed the maid's lead through the hall. The air within the mansion was oppressive, as though a black miasma hovered within. What is a miasma? Miasma? I don't know. I actually want to know. We just need to keep listening to the steps in the background. Miasma. 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 Oh, it's apparently also a German word. Great. Miasma Theory? Miasma. Bedeutet so viel wie Überdunst, Verunreinigung, Befleckung, Ansteckung. The more you know. So something like dark, maybe like dusty, dirty, something like that. The house was bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found. Oh, that is why also it's kind of black-white here, besides the chandelier. You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. There were no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no sign of life at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world had vanished entirely. The only other presence was that of a maid. Following her lead, you proceeded through the mansion. Is it a door? After some time, you arrived at a double door. The glass within shattered. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into dull grey. It appeared to lead to the back garden. You could hear children laughing on the other side. Though it is in the stage you now see it, a beautiful, beautiful garden once lay beyond these doors. The other of a time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. At its grandest, it seemed every flower was in constant competition for the most majestic bloom. Would you like to see this wonderful era of splendor and prosperity? I very much hope it is to your liking, master. So she's calling us master again, because you're not our master if you can't remember. But now she's still calling us master. The maid opened the door to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed across your face, forcing you to close your eyes as you followed the maid out the door. When you next opened your eyes, the world was no longer blanketed in shadows. Flashback? Oh, the first door. So will we go through all doors in the mansion? 1603. 16, whatever. Move the cursor to the bottom right corner of the screen to display the in-game menu. Okay, we already had that. Good. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about in that era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. Oh, thank God, it's not timed. I can click it. This period of history could perhaps be described as a symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. Is everything good? Okay. I need to look up maybe again into my settings or so, because I don't know, I have problems, but I feel like if at all, I guess it's because of my internet. That sucks. Oh, that's a little bit loud, isn't it? Also, I'll look if I can lower my my audio because it's pretty loud. Okay, good. We done it. Oh, that's interesting music though. I appreciate that. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts. Precepts? Precepts? I don't know. The people seem to hark back to the more poetic, expressive way of old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Was it the 1700s? Was it Renaissance time? Then it would make sense. Like it was a very artistic period. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. Yeah, that makes sense. War would break out not 20 years from then, plucking the ripened era from the tree of history, but that is of no concern to us now. At the time, it was still what people refer to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there. Bleh. Bum, bum. Aw, and now we finally have some color. Now, let us take a slight detour. No, we will not be changing locations. This is a tale about the mansion, from beginning to the end. We will, however, be moving through time, say, about 80 years into the past. So we're in the 60s now? A very wealthy family lived in the house then. The mother and father, brother and sister all had distinctive, beautiful flaxen hair. It was always enamored by their hair. I was always bleh. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet crow. Wet crow, that's sad. See, there I am, standing around looking rather a fool. I was happy back then. Ouch. And what reason did I have not to be? Afforded the opportunity to attend to such a beautiful home. So I put my heart into serving that family. She doesn't look like a 100-year-old person, just saying. Listen closely if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that could only be a young girl singing. Can you hear it? Ooh! La 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 la. The girl you see, cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird, was called Nellie. Though young, she sang with elegance. Oh, I did not sing with elegance right now. Nellie was deeply fond of her house's garden, and she would often spend her afternoons there. Gorgeous roses, gathered from all across the world, bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care and even had their thorns removed. So young Nellie would not hurt herself naturally. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked petals from the roses, gathering them up as she sang. Her voice was like music played by fairies. Nay, the side of her was like an angel descendant from heaven. Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. I admit I was being rather fanciful. But what is a woman if not fanciful? Little bird, singing night and day. For your little birdie heart, sing your woes away. Pretty flowers all around, little birds. And even when the sun comes up... Huh? Oh dear, Mel! I've forgotten what comes next. Are you listening? I don't know, that's a face full of like teenager, like, oh, I don't care. Nellie was, as a matter of fact, not the only visitor to the rose garden that day. She always came with her older brother, Mel. Their young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn pined for his attention. The sight of the two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by the fear of a future, was truly heartwarming. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree reading a book. As I am sure you are aware, in their time, books could not yet be mass-produced. Yeah. What he was reading had been copied by a scribe. I presume he had borrowed it from the church. The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn, but I suppose that just speaks to its importance. It was, in fact, a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Ugh, bleh. And he's probably like, I suppose, like, if we think this is now like, do I need to check if it's the Renaissance? Then it's probably in Italy, right? Renaissance period. Okay, it's like the end. Wait, when does Baroque starts? Baroque. My god. My phone is not working! Maybe it's Rococo? But it doesn't sound like, no. No. Okay, no. So this is like late Renaissance. Good to know. Late Renaissance, which makes also sense because we're like, you know, it was before it got like really dark, and Baroque time is like really dark, right? People were sad, war, and stuff. So yeah. And that was a time full of art and, you know, growing with your intellect and studying and researching, and also, you know, the church helped a lot with like libraries and stuff. So yeah. But again, not everyone had access to it, obviously. Mel was a clever boy. He had attended church from a very young age, where a priest would instruct him in Latin grammar. So, at that time, I believe he was capable of reading even advanced texts. That is impressive for such a young boy to be able to read Latin. Probably Italian, I suppose. Damn. Oh, dearest Mel, please. Oh, ghosted. The young girl approached her brother, who was consumed by the text. In her hands, she carried a large pile of rose petals. Ugh. Though her sister's shadows overlapped with the trees, the boy still did not notice. Oh, he's not ignoring, he's just so immersed. Wow. So Melly puffed her cheeks, thrust out her slender arms, and let the petals fall. Aw, cute. Look, your hat is covered in roses, Mel. Oh, Millie, you got petals on the book. This isn't mine. I can't afford to let it get dirty. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I tried to get your attention.
And besides, flowers won't get a book dirty.
I must raise the white flag. Oh, cute. But I do need to say, I oftentimes find it quite cringe in series where siblings call each other like stuff like dearest, darling, I don't know. Like, I feel like, for example, like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, they did it really great where they just like literally try to kill each other and they insult each other all the time, and it's just, yeah, siblings, you know. That is how siblings are. Not, oh, my dearest brother. When did my little lady find yourself such a sharp wit?
While waiting for you, dearest Mel. I waited, and you didn't so much as glance at me. I'll be an adult by the time you're done reading that book.
Wow, that soon?
That soon. Mother says girls grow up fast.
She may be right. In that case, we should do something together before you're all grown up. Surely you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult.
That's not true. I still play with you, even when I'm grown up.
But grown-ups don't play, Melly.
Well, that's not true.
You need to find some time to enjoy life.
Fine. I stay a child forever.
Yeah, Peter Pan Club.
Woo! Then...
Didn't you just say you were about to grow up?
You're so mean, Mel.
I'm sorry. Please, don't pound my little leg. How about this? To make it up to you, I play whatever you want today.
Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe.
Make-believe?
Make-believe. I will be a princess taken captive by an evil kingdom, and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And then you turn into a prince when you rescue me.
Oh my god. I have... Guys. Sure? You're just siblings? A knight can become a prince? Impressive.
They can. Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can. Which is why it must be you, dearest Mel. No one else can be my prince or my knight.
While he may have appeared outwardly embarrassed as his rose-cheeked sister proclaimed prattlingly, I am certain he was smiling on the inside. I don't know about that. After a few moments, he meekly kneeled, bringing himself to eye level with Nellie, and gently stroked her soft hair. All right then. You're my princess, Nellie.
And not just anyone's princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else's prince but mine, okay?
Nellie. Jeez, my princess is quite the fawner.
Is that bad? Does that make you dislike me?
Not at all. I'm proud to have you as my sister, Nellie. You mean more to me than anything in the world, my dear princess.
I love you, dearest Mel. You'll always be my prince forever and ever.
Her mood quite improved. Nellie began humming the melody of a song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl prances about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Oh, Nellie,
Don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. But Mel was not entirely disapproving of his sister's excitement. He carefully brushed aside the petals on his book, set it in the shade of a tree, and began chasing after Nellie. No. They were picturesque siblings, brimming with hope. And at this time in their lives, there was nothing to jeopardize that hope. Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? I mean, I don't know about that, you know, but like, to have that like innocence and, you know, not necessarily awareness of real life is definitely something to envy. As I see it, though, the pleasant, gentle timers in our life have value because they come to an end. Wouldn't you agree? Time continues to flow, impartial and without exception. And as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. Be that as it may, does time also flow at the same speed for each individual? Now, let us take a trip down to the river of time. I would be very much delighted if we could remain at this point in time, but unfortunately, we cannot. Please do not Please do not let go of my hand, Master. Ooh. We're going into blackness. So still the twins, not twins, the siblings. Okay. So they were guests at the house, and at the mansion she was working. I'm actually quite confused about the story so far. I gotta save just to make sure. How's, oh my god, can I just override you and the mate in slot 1? Yes. Heck. My cat tries to fall off at my desk, which I don't really want. I'll be on my way then. Is he older?
Oh, you usually stay for longer.
Yes, I have an errand to run today. Thank you for your time, as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week?
Next week or the week after. Hold on to it as long as you'd like.
Be surely there are others who want to use it.
None as sharp as you, Mel. But put yourself in my shoes and you'll understand. I want to give you any advantage you can get. Oh, do you not believe me?
No, I believe you, Father. And I mean to do whatever I can not to disappoint you.
That's the spirit. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, do consider what we were talking about.
Going to university?
Indeed. If you do, I can introduce you to some accomplished instructors. There is very little left for me to teach you. I believe you would make a fine priest. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote yourself to the service of our Lord.
I'll give it some thought.
If you'll excuse me then, I see you again. Our door's always open.
Farewell. Whether it's the service of God or the service of a church, it is an honorable profession. But theology, I wouldn't mind attending university, but I'm not sure. I kind of like to do something different, something more befitting of time. As for what though? I stumped. But I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father is liable to grow impatient. Oof, the struggle. Mercy me. Feel bad. Young sir, bless young sir, alms for the poor. This beggar. If I'm not mistaken, he's been outside the church since last week? Alms. The way he shakes his head. I can get a glimpse of his forehead under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks. The Lord. Oh no. Nellie's going to be cross if I don't hurry home. Curse. And it looks like it's going to rain. Oh no, not rain. Master? Master? Oh, thank goodness. You appear to have a firm grasp on your consciousness. I was afraid you had accidentally let go of my hand. Now, Master, this is the period of time I truly wished to show you. The boy reading in the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still bore the same gentle eyes as before, and he would from time to time show remnants of that innocent young boy. He was, in his own mind, still making the transition into adulthood, I suspect. Mel frequently visited the church on Sundays to participate in Mass, of course, but more often to be tutored by the priest. In addition, he also attended a private school run by an eminent marquis, though it was not a school where students had desks and sat in rows. They studied at the marquis' estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as it is today. And Mel was considering university. The priest wanted to recruit him to the church, but Mel was having difficulties deciding what he should do. That he had such a choice is envious, is it not? Yeah, I feel like that is the problem nowadays, right? People have so many choices and nobody knows what to do anymore with their lives. Good afternoon. I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready?
Hey, ready and waiting, young Master Rhodes.
Oh, don't call me young master, please.
I beg your pardon? Can I seem to get head out of the past? Your order's right here, sir.
Mel had stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town on his way back from the church. The building was both a workshop and storefront, and the nobles of the area were deeply fond of a master's wares. He was so skilled, even the royal family had commissioned work from him. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica of a piece of his jewelry said to be on display in the palace. As
artistry flourished in the Golden Age, the number of shops selling luxurious items such as jewelry rose in kind. However, the clientele of these shops comprised a very narrow range of people. Yeah. May I have a look? Of course, of course! Good. It came out just as I hoped. Splendid work. Can you afford to disappoint a loyal customer like yourself? An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she'll love it. Such a kind lad, young master. My boy back home could do well to learn a thing of you two from ya. Every man ought to show women some cordiality. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Again, please don't call me young master. My apologies. I'll take this and be on my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in need of aught else, just let me know. I can make any jewelry you ask for. Come to me and your sweetheart's they'll be sure as mead. And I guarantee the two of ya will have all sorts of fun when you give it to her. It's his sister. Please, please. I don't have a sweetheart. Huh? Well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are vying for your hand too, young Mr. Rhodes. A fine family, good looks, charming. And your future all but... I'll be on my way then. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day, come by again anytime. Goodness. Maybe I say I want to study abroad or something. Patient as my father may be, that would certainly anger him. I can hear it now. You're wasting your God-given talent, boy. I could renounce my name and rank, go somewhere far away. That sounds like the kind of plan Nellie would come up with. Back in the garden. As he drew closer to the mansion, the rich fragrance of roses grew more prominent. Over time, this distinctive scent had led visitors to refer to the house as Rose Manor. Sad to know that the house is now completely, dusty and kind of lifeless. It was also probably a play on the flaxen-haired family's last name, Rhodes, which you heard the owner of a jewelry store say just moments earlier. The mansion looked quite different than it does now, no? The mansion looked quite... thickets of ivy covering the walls, and no rotten, broken doors to be found. I wonder what the Rhodes family would think if they saw the house in its present tragic condition. The sight of their abundantly blossoming roses, a veritable, probably that, veritable symbol of prosperity, long since withered and turned into soil. My apologies, I got a little sentimental there. Let us forget for a moment about our own time. I suppose I stayed out a little too long. Oh well, the sun still shines high in the sky. I'm sure it's... Oh, cute. Oh, her hair is cute. Dearest Nell, What took you so long?
Oh, song. That sounds like Japanese now. But some of the songs did not sound like Japanese or are very old Japanese. Huh. I mean, I know the original game, I think, is Japanese as far as I know. Maybe. Perhaps. Maybe I should look it up again.
Dearest Mel, what took you so long? Wherever have you been?
Wait, no, she should also be older, right?
I've been waiting forever.
Nelly? You're not in the house?
Nope. You were taking so long. I decided to wait by the gate. But you didn't even notice me at all. Is that any way to treat a lady? All that studying's got your head stuck up in the clouds.
No, it hasn't really. Also, you're heavy. Could you please get off my back? Yeah, okay, she's definitely older.
Heavy? I've been gradually reducing the amount of sweets I eat, and I love sweets, to maintain my figure for a new dress. And you call me heavy?
I didn't catch that. Were you saying a tongue twister?
You're such a dimwit, Mel. Jerk, blockhead, weak link.
And obnoxious to boot. Whatever happened to the delightful little girl who was once my sister? She's probably throw a fit if I said that out loud. Should you really be outside, Nelly? You are the star of today's event.
It's fine. We can call it a birthday party, but I know it's just about fraternizing. It's obvious what father's true motives are. You'll be gathering a bunch of boys from good families to look for someone to marry me off to. I have no interest in that at all.
Don't be like that, Nelly. We're all here for you. At least enjoy what you can of a party.
I guess. And besides, it's not completely terrible. Look at this, dearest Mel. What do you think?
What do I think? About what? Probably her dress or her get-up?
About what? Me, Mel. ... My new dress. It arrived. I'm wearing it. How could you not notice?
I did notice it was something I hadn't seen before. But you have so many dresses, Nelly, so...
But this is the dress I had made just for today. Look at the colors. They're so pretty. It's the work of a renowned dyer. And this belt is just lovely. You see how it comes together to form a butterfly?
Oh.
Oh, I'm just absolutely in love with it. I think I'll be wearing this dress for a while to come. So tell me, what do you think? Does it look good on me?
Yeah, it does. It's pretty. In some ways, I guess she's still a delightful little girl.
Oh, dearest Mel, I love you.
Oh god. Wow, don't jump on me like that.
Oh my, you dropped something. And what have you here?
Wait, hold on. No, you can't have it yet.
Is it a present?
Give it back. I was going to give that to you later.
I knew it. It's for me. And just what could it be?
Hey, don't open it.
What's the big deal? It's going to be mine soon anyways, isn't it? Oh, I love it! A rose necklace! And this design! It forms the jeweler the Rose family uses.
Oh, my dearest.
Oh, my dearest Mel. You had this made just for me?
Oh, jeez. It defends the purpose if you opened it before the party.
Happiness is always better sooner rather than later, Mel. I think I put it on right away.
Ooh, it's a choker. Cute.
There. How does it look?
It looks lovely.
My prince is still the sweetest in all the lands.
Don't make such weird noises.
Oh, but why not? A prince always knows exactly what his princess wants. And this princess wanted some rose jewelry to go with her new dress. Understand?
Jeez. I sure don't have it easy playing your prince, Nelly. It might be about time you found a new one.
A prince is a prince because you can't just find one standing on the street corner. If you want to retire, dearest Mel, you're going to have to wait another 10 years.
Oh, jeez. That's a long time.
Or, if you find yourself a new princess...
I am not so sure.
You're about as romantic as a rock, dearest Mel. But worry not, your adorable sister will always be your princess. What more could you want?
Are you really allowed to be the judge of that?
I mean, more to you than any other girl in the world, do I not? Then, that makes me your perfect princess.
The conversation is really weird, not gonna lie. I don't like it. But anyways.
Hey, what was with that love it and it'll be over soon love, huh? You're always telling me I mean more than anyone to you.
Yeah, you do. More than anyone in the world, my beloved baby sister.
I take good care of the necklace. Thank you, my dearest Mel.
Well, if you're happy with it, then so am I. You're very welcome. Now, back into the house with you. Can't have a party without the guest of honor. Do you know if anyone is here yet?
Nope. I imagine they'll be here soon, though.
Ooh, so we see the party.
Were you down at the church?
Were you down at the church again today, Mel?
Yeah, it was something I didn't know how to translate, so I went to look it up.
Wow, so diligent. I can't say I really like the priest there, personally.
Actually, I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, he seemed a little bit creepy, not gonna lie. I didn't... and pushy.
What? Really? Why?
Well, you know... I have my reasons. Oh god, I have a bad feeling.
So even you don't always like the priests, Let's skip mass on Sunday then. We can play!
No skipping church.
As grew the brother, so too did the sister. That day, Nellie would be turning 14, and Mel, 3 years her senior, was 17. Jeez, reading. You saw it with your own eyes. So you know just how much she has changed. She was always a cute little girl, and she grew into an even more beautiful young woman. Though she was only 14, she was well on her way to becoming a fine lady. As for her character, well... But a girl like that has her own charms, would you not say? Drifting down the river of time, the two siblings matured into healthy young adults, but the core of their relationship did not change in the slightest. Nellie was very much attached to her brother, and as much as Mel complained, he still cared deeply for her sister. Around the time the sun had begun to set, carriages started lining up outside as well-dressed aristocrats made their way into the house. As Nellie had suspected, the majority of them were boys. Yes, like with 14? 1603? Like, yeah, like she should be like soonish married off, I guess. Ugh, so young.
Yes, I understand.
I don't know who's talking.
You don't need to say anything more.
No.
Rose Manor, right? Okay, we go there.
Who's that?
Me? Alone? No, please don't make me. The inhabitants of Rose Manor are surely living quite contented lives. And I'm sure they don't remember a thing.
What? Here we go. Interlude. Woo! Okay. I guess we don't see the birthday party. The room with the fireplace was always kept in pristine conditions, so they could... No, we do see the birthday party. So they could... Oh, okay, the song again. So they could entertain guests at any time. Walls colorful decorated with tapestries and stained glass windows gave testament to their great fortune. Tapestries, I think that if I remember correct, are like rugs on the floor, on the walls, pretty much. I don't want to know how much like fungus and stuff they have in the current house. It must be bad. The servant's first assignment every morning was to clean this room. Pitchers, silver plates, and silverware were polished to shine so they could be proudly put to use at any moment's notice. And for events like the daughter's birthday, the room served an even more important role. The tabletops were removable, so they had ordered new tabletops with design made especially for this occasion. Damn, they're rich as fuck. And once the banquet had drawn to a close, stables speckled with half-empty wine glasses and leftover candied fruits were moved off to the side to make room for, of course, the festivities. Good evening, Lady Nellie. You're looking particularly lovely today. Nellie, I had this jewelry cut just for you. You let me have this dance, won't you? What's the matter, Nellie? You look exhausted. These are pretty good. Want one? I know you like sweets. They're appled, candied, and rock sugar, I think. You disappoint me, dearest Mel. What do you think is the matter? They just keep coming. It never ends. It's driving me up the wall. Everyone's just repeating the same lines they've been taught. They all think pretty jewelry and requests to dance are enough to make a girl swoon.
But I think that is true for you now. Though, why is she disappointed with me?
I think I'm done with the birthday parties after this year.
We'll probably throw an even bigger one next year.
Why?
Well, you know, you're about that age, Nelly. We are a reasonably distinguished family, so there are a number of different houses that would like to have a connection with us. So...
So, what you're saying is, do it for the family.
No, that's not...
I won't date or marry anyone. I have no intentions in being used as a pawn in their inter-family politics.
Pawn? I wouldn't go that far. And I'm sure Father wants to let you choose yourself. You know, someone you actually love.
Love? I never thought I would hear you talking about love, dearest Mel. You don't even understand what makes Shakespeare's play so beautiful, and you're talking about love? You fell asleep during Romeo and Juliet, and you're talking about love? We went all the way out of a Globe Theatre too.
Wait, Globe Theatre. Wait, isn't that one? Wait, I mean they can travel through countries if they're so rich, because I thought they would be Italians. Maybe, wait, Globe. But if they can understand English, so are there Brits? Oh, I'm confused. Beer's make-believe stories make you cry like a baby.
Anyone would cry at that. You'd have to be crazy to sleep through it.
That's not what I'm saying. Someone as emotionally vibrant as you, Nelly, would have no problem finding love.
Dearest Mel, we should dance.
I don't like the direction Nelly is going. Is she actually crushing on her brother? I hope it's still kind of like her childish innocence that she's just admiring him very much. But at 14? At 14? Lady Melly, could I have this?
Let's dance, dearest Mel.
What? Me? Wait,
Come on! I really like this song.
Quit pulling on me, Nelly. What's the point of us dancing? We're siblings. Mother and father are staring daggers at us.
No matter. What day is it today, dearest Mel?
Your birthday.
Exactly. So I can do what I want. Now, attend to your princess as a proper prince would.
Oh, jeez. How did I get myself into this?
Nelly's skirts flutters along with her as she stepped to the same music. She was not only a skilled singer, but a skilled dancer as well. Mel, on the other hand, fumbled over his own feet trying to keep up. One would be hard-pressed to describe his dance abilities as good, even as flattery. Though both of his pedigree were taught to dance as part of their etiquette lessons, he found himself more being dragged around by his sister. He could hardly be said to be attending to her.
This is humiliating.
Because his parents had been hands-off in raising him, largely giving him freedom rein to study and learn what he pleased, Mel looked like a tangled-up marionette. From throughout the hall, he could hear giggling, uncomfortable chuckling, and people coughing in disguise their laughter. Come now, dearest Mel. This is the best you can manage? What are you going to do when you find a girl that catches your eye?
I won't, so it doesn't matter.
Follow my lead, Mel. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nellie alone enjoyed her time dancing with her brother, and quite thoroughly at that. It did not matter to her that he moved awkwardly or that the guests were giving them cold stares. It was the parents who first cracked under the pressure. Just as their father was about to give an exaggerated cough and stop the music, a ruckus suddenly swirled up near the entrance. Oh, what could it be?
Who knows? What's ever going on? I've been spared.
He's like, I don't fucking care.
The music came to a stop, and the party guests began bustling. The siblings' father spoke up sternly above the noise in order to quell the spreading commotions. He ordered the servants to investigate, had the music restarted, gave a short apology for the interruption, and set the party back on course. I went to go check on the entrance with the other servants, as I recall.
Oh my, why are you looking at me like that? These are not my memories, but those which dwell within the mansion. Do you think we should be following what happens next to my perspective then? That is not what confused you? Well, your question shall be answered in time. In time. Now, let us return to our tale. Though the party had fallen still for a moment, the father's decisive action restored the guests' festive moods in short order. So it was not, by any means, the commotion that caused the ball to conclude earlier than planned. Oh dear, I heard thunder.
It was rather loud too. Sounds like we have quite the storm brewing.
They lived in a country where the weather was nothing if not unpredictable. Rain was a frequent occurrence there.
Oh, wait, did it actually say where they are? London? Did it say London? I think I read London. So they're British. Good to know. And he learns Latin. And he can read it. Damn. Smart boy.
The stretches of time with clear skies grew longer as summer approached, but the weather was still somewhat unstable on the cusps of a two-seasoned. They had a strong wind that night as well, which turned the raindrops in little spears on the window. Were the party to continue on any longer, no one would be able to go home. Although their father was quite concerned that Nellie had not got on with any of the aristocrat boys, he decided to cut the festivities short.
Okay, so we need to remember someone crashed the party and the servant knows who.
Thank goodness, it ended early. How lucky I am. This must be a blessing for always being such a good girl.
I'm not sure having your own birthday party cut short counts as lucky.
But I was no fun. I can't help it if I'm not enjoying myself. And for heaven's sake, Arthur was here. Arthur. I have no interest in dancing with that dunce.
Arthur? Who's that again? Someone who was here?
Unbelievable. You don't remember anything, do you, dearest Mel? He came over to play a few times when we were little. He's covered in gross freckles and he's a huge jerk. He said my hair looked like the color of fallen leaves. Fallen leaves!
I don't see that.
Just thinking about the ugly smirk has me fuming. And yet, he acts like nothing happened. He even called me Lady Nellie for goodness sake. Are you listening, dearest Mel?
I'm listening. I wonder what the ruckus earlier was.
You weren't listening, were you? Who cares about that?
Sorry, but aren't you curious? It probably wasn't another guest, at least.
Maybe a cat sneaked in.
You think so?
I do. But enough of that. Would you like to play cards in my room, dearest Mel?
Seriously? I'm exhausted though.
It's not even that late.
Fine. Something feels kind of off. A cat? I want to go check.
Come on, hurry up.
Oh, hold on. You don't need to drag me, Nellie.
My birthday isn't over yet, so you're not done attending to me.
Oh, Nellie.
Okay, good. So there was a guest or an intruder or someone. Interlude. I wonder how long it is actually. Like, I mean, we're through the first door, but the first door is definitely longer than I expected, not gonna lie. Okay. Override Mel Road, slot 1, yes. Oh, these are all the safe spots. Okay, good to know. Back. Okay.
The rain just won't let up. I can't sleep. I wonder what the commotions earlier was about. Oh, for goodness sake. It's all the storm's fault. That's why I can't sleep. I'm just fretting over nothing. I'm sure Nellie was right. It was just a cat. Maybe a dog. I can't sleep.
Feel that.
I hardly ever have this much trouble falling asleep. What could this feeling be, I wonder? It's not quite foreboding. Walking around the house at this time of night isn't going to help anything. But I'm not going to fall asleep just lying here.
Oh, this is creepy.
The only sounds that could be heard in the dark corridors were the sharp pitter-patter of the rain, his footsteps and his breathing. Though he was...
The soundtrack is so interesting.
Though he was intimate,
that word which I said earlier,
familiar with the layout of a house, that night the hallway felt like an endless labyrinth, veiled in shadows. No moonlight shone through the windows, so he naturally found...
What?
question. So he naturally found himself moving cautiously despite being in his own residence. Keeping his palm of his hand pressed up against the chilly wall, he put one foot in front of the other. But to where was he supposed to head? Mel, of course, had no way of answering that question himself. If he had anything, it was guidance from above, a path to his destination lit by flashes of lightning. Or perhaps there was something else leading him along. Although he progressed with a fair bit of hesitation in his step, Mel was slowly but surely drawing nearer to one room in particular. He made his way through the seemingly endless halls, past the living room, its fire long since cooled. In another corridor. Oh, and then stepped outside, in Abigail's bedchamber. The dim glow of, oh my god, child, please, careful, spilled through the cracks in the door. A gust of wind is not necessary to make a flame flicker. A person's movement or vibrations in the air from someone speaking, the slightest of motions can cause the light of a fire to quiver, shifting subtly as though nudged by an invisible fingertip. I can see light from inside. Is she still awake? Or wise? My cat's in front of a monitor. He seemed to be hesitating. It would not be difficult for him to approach the door and peer inside, but he had reservations about peeping in another's chambers, even if it was his own house. Moreover, this room was assigned to a woman. There was a woman behind that door. What would you do, Master, in this situation? Would you succumb to your curiosity and gaze inside? Or would you respect the owner's privacy? I shouldn't be doing this. But the voice, it feels like it's calling to me? Or someone else? Yes, me, could sense someone watching me at that moment. I had succumbed to his curiosity. He stood on the other side of the door from me, his flexed eyes open wide, trying to remain as invisible as possible. The wavering in his art seemed to create faint ripples in the air, which I pretended not to notice. Yes, I knew he was there. I could sense his presence and his wavering emotions. However, I could not begin to speculate as to his true feelings or how great a surprise this was to him. I too am discovering new facets of his tale by viewing it through the eyes of a mansion. Okay. So, the servant was the one who crashed, or he just went to the room of the servant? Interesting. Oi, child. Yes, cuddly time. I know. But it's not I who is of concern, Master. It is you. You and... What's up? I know, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be ashamed of myself. But I can't look away. Oh, this is the girl on the what is it called? The game picture? Game cover? Her skin is so pale you can particularly see through it. Is it that white because she was out in the rain, cold rain? Her hair is white as snow. Her eyes were like, how do I describe it? My vocabulary truly lacks. My cat is in front again. For situations like this, they look like blood. No, that's just disturbing. Then wine, perhaps? No, more translucent than that. Gemstones, then. Yes, gemstones. Her eyes are like rubies. I've never seen anyone like her before. What would they be talking about? Mel's eyes were fixed on the particular young woman. She has glass-like skin, eyes that glimmered in the flickering candlelight, and snow-white hair that flowed like luxurious silk. But her lips were bluish-purple, her soft, delicate skin soiled with grime. Her twinkling eyes pointed down at the floor, and her hair a disheveled mess. She was even at a glance clearly not a lady of means. The tips of her fingers were cracked from the cold, her lips pale from malnourition, and her grip little more than rags. However, true beauty is always visible, no matter what it may be hidden beneath. Even wrapped in a veil of insalubrity? Even if she thought herself hideous. I wonder what happened to her. Mel could no longer avert his gaze from the girl's visage. He had for the time being forgotten the shame he felt for peeping. As he strained his ears to her... Oh my god. Here we go again. As he strained his ears to hear the conversation taking place inside, a sickly voice arose on the white-haired girl's purple lips. So feeble was the sound that a gentle breeze blowing through the room could carry it away. I apologize for the trouble. Think nothing of it. Give your apologies and thank to the master. Understood. There's something strangely comforting about this house, almost as if I've been here before. Okay. If my father were here, I'm sure he would be quite fond of it. I am sorry about your father. That's not... There's nothing you could have done, I imagine. When you came to our rescue, he was already... Rescue? Father? Was that perchance what the commotion was about? He stared intently, entranced by the scene unfolding beyond the door. A gaze can often signal one's presence to others more effectively than words. A white-haired girl could likely sense them there as well. She flickered her gem-like eyes upward. That was when the boy finally felt a pang of panic. For a split second, his flexed eyes met her ruby eyes, causing him to recoil from the door. His heart was pounding like a rain outside. Careful not to make a sound, he took 1-2 steps away. Did she catch me? I'm not sure. I was only for a moment. She can't have seen me. The boy did not have, oh my god, my cat, have the courage to peek in on the room a second time, so he cautiously returned to his bedchamber as quietly as he could manage. Oh, now we know who crashed the party. Did they shot her dad? Or was he just like also so malnourished and he just crashed? But even beneath his covers, he could not erase the girl's eyes from his memory. Her melancholic red irises, her voice delicate as a glass sculpture, her pale, almost lifeless skin, her pure white hair. Every singular detail kept him from banishing her image from his mind, nor could he restrain his heavily pounding heart. Who could she be? Ooh. So, I'm so confused. So this was 80 years ago, and the maid is literally the same one, and she looks the same way, and she knows all of this is happening because she always had been a maid at this house. Oh my god, it's so confusing. Is something the matter? Oh, no. I just thought I felt someone watching us. It's only your imagination, I'm sure. If not your imagination, then perhaps some unseen force was watching you. Unseen force? Are you familiar with how people refer to this mansion? Rose Manor. Yes, indeed. It is called Rose Manor because you can smell the sweet fragrance of a rose garden even at a great distance. But that is not what I meant. It is said that a witch resides within the house. Okay, so she's the witch, I guess. A witch? I have not heard such stories. You probably won't have. It was a very, very long time ago. Okay, so she's probably also older than like 100 years old. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. You have a particular presence about you. Should I consider that a compliment? It's getting late. You should get some rest. A room has already been set aside for you. But first, may I ask you one thing? Yes? I do not believe you have given me your name yet. My name? My name is... Ella. Wake up. Get up, Mel. Sorry, I need to be quiet. Slowly.
What? It's morning?
You disappoint me, dearest Mel. It's very much long since morning. I didn't see you at breakfast, so I came to find out what was the matter.
I've really been asleep that long.
And father's so lenient on you, dearest Mel. Oversleeping is hardly proper behavior for a firstborn son.
I know. But before that...
Yes, dearest Mel?
What are you doing in here? You can't just go prancing into a boy's bedchamber.
Your siblings.
Leave that to the servants.
I did send one for you. You're the one who refused to wake up. Besides, it's not like we're strangers. We used to sleep together all the time.
That was long ago. Things are different now.
Are they? Oh, you're overthinking it, silly. Now, hurry up. Out of bed, sleepyhead.
Alright, I'm getting up. So you can see yourself out.
Oh my, you look awful, dearest Mel. For someone who overslept, you look like you didn't get a wink last night.
You think so?
You didn't get out of a town last night, did you? Naughty, naughty boy.
I would never. You know that.
You squeaked. I don't think I believe you.
I didn't go out last night or anything. I'm tired because you had me playing cards until late, Nelly.
Hey, we weren't playing for that long. Besides, look at me. I got up just fine.
Anyways, shoo! I can't get dressed with you in here.
Fine. I'm leaving. Oh, I must forget, dearest Mel.
What now?
Come on, no need to be mean. I'm sure you'll be quite surprised at the news.
Oh?
At breakfast, which you missed, Father told us.
Told you what?
Do I really need to say? It sounds like you want me out of your room, dearest Mel.
Please, Nelly.
You got a new maid today. From a house we have ties to, supposedly. I've never seen anyone like her before. For supposedly coming for a good family, she isn't very graceful, and I've never seen her at the social gatherings. But that's not the surprising part.
Does that maid?
She's peculiar. Has a very unusual appearance, that one.
Have white hair?
What? How do you know that, dearest Mel?
Thanks, Melly.
Hey, get back here. Oh, for goodness sake, what's gotten into him? Ah. At the time, the majority of servants at the mansions were men. However, the ladies of the house all had Abigails, so there were several woman servants, myself included. The maids, by and large, were selected from the daughters of other esteemed families. It was, you could say, a sort of training before they entered society. This girl would serve a house even more powerful than her own, and the white-haired girl Mel saw the night before. And the white-haired girl Mel saw the okay, now I get it. And the white-haired girl Mel saw the night before was one such maid. When he heard that, Mel could not sit still any longer.
Oh, I didn't really think this through, did I? I don't even know where she is. I'm guessing she's probably Mother's maid. White hair. It has to be the girl from last night. But deep down, he was having difficulties believing the young woman he had seen the previous night was truly here to be a servant. And can you blame him? When he saw her, she was an absolute mess. Hardly what you would envision from a girl of class. But he did not seek her to find out whether what was true. He merely wanted to see her once more to ascertain whether what he had witnessed the previous night was real or his imagination. And he wanted to have an actual conversation with her. I don't want to run to Mother. That would be awkward.
Okay. Bad relationship? Oh, or because he misbehaved last night? He was heading towards his mother's bedchambers, but the closer he drew, the heavier each step grew. He rounded a corner, debating whether or not to head back, and stopping in his tracks. On occasion, wishes to come true. When Mel turned to the corner, he saw her, the same girl, the same white hair. Ooh, also a maid outfit. She appeared to be cleaning the hallway. She traced along the wooden carvings lining the walls, making certain not to miss even a speck of dust. The girl wore a pristine dress, the uniform of a mansion's Abigail's. There was no longer any filth to obscure her beauty. All that had covered her pure white hair and glass-like skin was no longer. The one thing that had not changed was her lifeless ruby eyes.
Pardon me?
Hearing his footsteps, the young woman raised her head. She caught Mel's gaze and for a brief moment merely blinked at him in silence. Lord Mel, right? Your father informed me about you.
Did he? I guess I don't need to introduce myself then.
I believe she made an attempt to smile, though it was difficult to tell, and she quickly dropped her gaze back to the floor. Flex and Ruby met only for the briefest moment. She seemed to be looking at both someone and no one at all. Everyone here truly has the most beautiful color of hair. Did you have business with the mistress, Lord Mel? I can tell her now, if you would like.
No, I was looking for you.
For me? Mel felt as though all the blood in his body had begun to flow backwards. He could not effectively describe the sensation, but in a word, it resembled panic. Whoa! Oh my god. I hate the menu at the bottom, not gonna lie. On his way to find her, Mel had come up with a number of subjects he wanted to talk about, and he generally had little trouble speaking with others. He'd had less experiences interacting with women. This was true, but the time he had spent around Nellie had kept him from stumbling too much. Until then.
Yes, for you.
Why would you be looking for me, Lord Mel?
I was wondering how you were doing.
Pardon?
I'm quite
fine.
Good. That's great to hear. You fool, Mel. What are you even saying? You have more important things to ask, like where she came from. Or to tell her she has pretty hair and eyes. But I don't want to trouble her too much.
Lord Mel?
Yes?
Sorry. You just suddenly fell silent. Was I, in your way?
In my way? No, not at all. Oh, what are you up to?
I'm cleaning.
Well, yeah, I didn't even notice it. Didn't need to ask. You're cleaning.
Oh god, this is awkward. More awkwardness? Oh god, here we go.
Or, you can't just let the other servants take care of the cleaning.
It's still her job.
You're one of the noble daughters we took in, right? Then why is mother making?
No, I'm doing this because I want to. The mistress appeared to be busy, and I could not simply be idle, whatever.
But
I enjoy cleaning. Oh, she looks kinda cute with her smile.
Well, if you say so. Say, yesterday.
This mansion is truly a thing of beauty. All of the many roses in the garden, even furnishing, has had a great deal of thought put into it. This family must have a wonderful sense of aesthetic.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Did she just change the subject on me? I'm delighted to have been given the opportunity to serve as such a magnificent house.
Mother and father actually had nothing to do with that, not even the garden. It's all been around since my grandfather's time. The mansion was a complete wreck when he bought it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Frankly, I'm surprised he actually paid money for it. The chandelier in the foyer was shattered and only half attached to the ceiling. Most of the decoration on the walls were broken.
I can hardly imagine. This is a marvelous, impressive house.
I'm sure he'd be flattered to hear. My grandfather was a bit of an eccentric. He liked to do things people didn't expect to just watch the looks of surprise on their faces. He was the kind of man who would buy a mansion that was beyond repair just to give it a completely new life. Everyone who had seen the property before it was renovated was astonished. They regretted not taking the opportunity themselves, seeing the transformation it underwent. I was just thinking that you're kind of like this house.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you first arrived. Oh, never mind. Forget it.
She figured out. She figured out you were peeping on her, stupid. She hasn't yet, has she? Yes.
It's nothing. The more I think about it, you and the mansions aren't really comparable.
Oh?
The truth is, it being a rundown mess isn't the only reason nobody wanted to buy the house. They say, that all who dwell within the house shall be met with misfortune.
Schön. Nice.
Do you believe it? I'm just kidding. It's not actually true. It's all rumors and hearsay, embellished to make the tale more exciting. The rumors only started because of how it used to look. If a mansion truly begot misfortune, then we wouldn't still be here. And it wouldn't explain how my grandfather died. Do you know he passed away?
No. How did he?
Inside a lovely lady. Wait, what?
What?
Believe it or not, that was how he died, together with a young, beautiful woman.
The maid?
His time ran out while he was making love to her, they say. A rather crude way to go.
But he was hardly misfortunate.
What'd I tell you?
Yes?
Just so you know, I promise I didn't inherit my grandfather's propensity for such base behavior. I am pure of body and spirit, dedicated wholly to my studies, so...
Hey, she laughed. My apologies.
No, it's fine. Anyways, we were talking about the mansion, right? I've already thought it was kind of a strange place myself. What dress you're wearing, it was found here after my grandfather bought it. You don't see that kind of design around these parts, so I'm guessing it was probably imported. The architecture is really old-fashioned too, which must have caught grandfather's eyes. When he announced his plans to buy it, the entire family opposed his decisions, but he refused to budge. Renovation upon renovation gave the mansion new life. But of all his work, he was most fond of the roses in the garden. He collected species from all across the world, and every time he got a new one, he would summon gardeners to arrange and grow them. It took incredibly long to complete. There were even some that wouldn't grow in the climate of his land, but my grandfather refused to give in. He truly loves roses. Me, I don't really get how someone could be so impassionate about them. It's just embarrassing every time someone calls this house Rose Manor. Perhaps the roses were meant for someone. What? I am simply speculating. I'm so confused. Roses make wonderful gifts after all. Indeed, they do. If you like roses as much as Nelly, then you're welcome to go see them for yourself. Pick as many as you like. If anyone asks, just say I gave you permission. Don't be shy. I'm sure it'll get tiring if all you do is work. No, I'm sensitive to sunlight. Oh. Sun allergy? Oh, that's unusual. Perhaps that explains why you're so pale. I had no idea. That sounds rough. And your skin is so pretty too. You don't seem terribly surprised. Oh no, I'm very much surprised. Or would you have preferred a more dramatic response? No, I expect you to find it disturbing. I'm sensitive to sunlight and can hardly stand any time outside. Makes me sound like some kind of demonic creature. Oh, you worry too much. There is not a monster in the world as sweet as you. Damn. Yes? Are the other maids teasing you, perhaps? The black-haired one especially. She's, how should I put it, a little frightening. Okay. Almost as if she has a steel heart or something. She's impenetrable. Right. She's one of Mother's maids too, isn't she? Now I'm even more worried. Since you refuse to follow my instruction, you're henceforth hellspawn. I can imagine her saying that. Oh, again. I'm very sorry. No need to apologize. In fact, I wish you laughed more. She's actually very kind to me, and everything she does with incredible precision and efficiency. She looks so young, and yet she has such skill. How long has she been here in the mansion? Actually, she's been for quite some time, but I don't know exactly how long. So she's the witch, I suppose? Cursing everyone in this mansion? But that doesn't seem right. No one knows how old she is.
It's kind of creepy. I have never once considered her such. Sorry. Right. It's bad manners to speak ill of others. Either way, she still scares me. It's like there's no light in her eyes, or like her smile are all faked. That doesn't make her any less pretty, though. Oh, back to awkward. The conversation died. I have to think of something else to talk about. Yes. You can ask me anything. Does the master, your father, Lord Mill, often retire from the mansion? I have not seen him around. Oh, yeah. Father frequently returns home. This mansion is actually our secondary house. Why do you ask, though? I was just curious. Nothing more. Oh? So does she have any business with him? I mean, sure, she works for him, but is it important? Yes. What is it? One of the maids asked to see me, so I should be on my way. If you'll excuse me. What? All right. See you later then. Goodbye. All right. One moment. Since you're sensitive to sun, I can pick some roses from time to time for you. For you to decorate your room. Lord Mel. That's all. Sorry for holding you up. Why am I so bad at this? She definitely thinks I'm obnoxious. Ugh, I want to hide under a rock. I want to reverse time and try this once over again. Roses. And not becoming of me. Oh. Yeah, does she have a grudge against like the Rose family? Specifically of Lord Father? I don't know his name. Oh. She is too kind. Well, but she does like Mel apparently. Okay. But I think with this I will also... Oh, he's back in church. I think I will stop for today. So we're gonna save. And we're gonna save again, just to be sure. Okay, so this is the beginning of it. I find it definitely interesting, and it's definitely like a mystery, and I have no idea what's going on. And as it's a very long game, I can imagine that there will be still lots of things which will happen, which will make it even more confusing. I mean, this is the first door in the mansion which we entered, so there will be a lot. Also, I'm just so confused because it's the girl, like the maid and the other maid are on the cover, and I thought, oh, like the master of the building must be the white-haired girl, but no, they're both maids, so I'm just confused. Also, I'm partially worried if the tags on Steam were wrong and it's actually not LGBT. But we will see, we will see. Nonetheless, it's a very interesting story, so I will definitely continue playing it. But yeah, this is definitely first like a good introduction to the story. I don't know how long the doors take. But yeah, for now, we're gonna stop here. And with that, I'm just gonna say I hope you have a lovely morning, noon, afternoon, evening or night, and toodaloo!